Not bad, not bad.
Well, I've been working on it, you know?
Yeah?
Welcome back, friends and family.
And not friends, new friends.
Old friends. Friends from low places. It's Jarek and Dowie here for another episode of the Golden Age of Gear. I actually did that by accident. I did not do that on purpose.
Nice.
It's just that's how tired I am right now.
Awesome.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Golden Age of Gear. Anyway, we're talking about some pedals you brought by.
Yeah, so unintentionally, because right before we started filming, I realized that, so we're talking about Mythos Pedals today, first of all. And
who's a good friend of both of ours?
yes,
Yeah.
good old Zach Broyles. Broyles?
Broyals, yep.
Broyles?
Broyals.
Broyles.
Broyals.
Yes.
I've known Zach since 2014. He was the first and only person at the very first Brothers Landreth show in Nashville.
Really?
Yep.
He's
He was still living in Sparta, Tennessee, and he drove over. I don't know how far Sparta is from Nashville, but it was like I couldn't believe that somebody had driven to see us. And it was him. And then he at the end of hanging out with him, he was like, "Oh, by the way, I make pedals. Maybe I could send you one sometime." And so he was the very first person to send me a pedal.
very cool.
And we'll talk about that after, because that's kind of how those two guys came to be.
Hey, so what's your favorite part of the Golden Age of Gear podcast and video with Derek and Joey?
My favorite part is when people leave comments below. You?
My favorite part is when they like and subscribe and ring that bell.
Yeah, so I have a bunch of his pedals, and because of you, like I met him. I'm pretty sure I met him because of you, but when he worked at Carter Vintage. And I picked up the Mjolnir. That's my guitar doing that. I don't know. So I'm gonna just do this just in case, because I don't know what I'm doing today. I picked up the Mueller first, which I found it funny. I won't out who it was that I was talking to, but when I was in Tennessee last week, somebody who works on artists like pedal rigs called it the Mjolnir. And I'm like, yeah, sure. So I picked up the Mueller. I picked up the Daedalus.
Yep.
And Herculean. Really like the Herculean. I can't remember if I have V1 or V2, but really, really cool pedals. And anyway, so I love this. It's obviously inspired by a certain mythical pedal that you can't buy the real ones that has the same type of knobs.
Yeah.
Unless you have mucho dollars.
Mucho bucks.
Mucho bucks. So this was the first one that I got, and I thought it would be fun to do this because I saw Zach. I saw him this past weekend, but I had forgot about this. But last time I saw him when I was out in Nashville back in May, he gave me the new one, and I didn't realize that. Is the Mjolnir your pedal, like all Mjolnirs, or is it just certain ones?
Just the orange ones are mine.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Mjolnir was something that he was working on.
Yes.
And so the story, let me interject. The story behind, so the orange Mjolnir that you see here, if I had half a brain, I would have gone in my storage space and brought the original. But when I met Zach and he said, "Hey, by the way, I make pedals. Can I send you one?" He sent me something that looked a lot like this, but it was a little narrower and smaller knobs. And he was like, it's based off of a Klon circuit.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's a Klon? He was like, you play the guitar for a living, you don't know what a Klon is? And at that point, like, I loved pedals, but I had no idea. Like, I was completely not obsessed the way that I am now. So the collaboration was kind of like, he and I became quite good friends.
Yep.
And we stayed in touch, and we always hung out whenever I was in Nashville. And there's always been talks of him coming up here with his family and coming and hanging. And we haven't made it happen yet, but it will happen one day. And so yeah, I'm tight with him, his wife Morgan, their son Graham. Like they're close friends. And so he was like, why don't we do like some kind of collaboration? And I said, well, it'd be really cool if we like celebrate that first pedal that you made. And that pedal was on my board forever and ever and ever. Mm-hmm. And it was on my pedal board when I did the first episode of that pedal show, which helped Zach, I think, a lot more than I had. I had no idea
Right.
Again, it was like I wasn't really plugged into the guitar loop. So when I went and did Andertons and TPS, I had no idea like doing it was literally going to change my life.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this is kind of what that's based off of. So that original one that he sent me had NOS Soviet germanium diodes in it.
Gotcha.
And so these have the same diodes in them, and so that's kind of where that started. And we'll plug into them and play them later. There have been 3 different iterations of it. Like that one is the first one.
Yeah.
The second one was a little bit bigger in a top mount, like Zach was doing those narrower enclosures.
Yep.
And then this is the most recent one. And then the High Road was another one that we did around my second solo record.
Yes.
And it's gone through a few different changes as well.
Cool.
So, and this is the first one, the first version, and it's got my sister-in-law Roberta's beautiful artwork on it. So,
yeah, I bought that because of your record, because I still to this day have not really adapted to playing fuzz pedals.
yeah, it's not your thing.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I don't hate it the way I used to.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we've talked about it on previous episodes, and I think the High Road is a good safe inroad to fuzzes because it's not necessarily it's not sensitive to buffers, it's not sensitive to heat, it takes any kind of power. It's a great sounding fuzz pedal that's kind of calibrated to do a certain thing. I wanted it to be kind of similar to a fuzz face. I wanted it to react the way a fuzz face would. So the gain is fixed. That little bit of squealing I think is coming from our power supply, but
yeah.
The only knob on it is the output. It behaves a lot like a fuzz face in the sense that if you start to roll back the volume, it gets quite a bit cleaner, and you lose that sort of big woolly kind of. So it kind of goes from like a pretty nice clean sound to all the way blown out with just the turning your volume knob. And that's pretty cool. And I mean, I think like I could have the history of this wrong, but I think that's what Hendrix often used his fuzz faces for. Like obviously he loved big fuzz sounds too, but he often used it to get that kind of like cleaner than clean sound. So I don't know the history of that. I remember
heard
hearing
it here first, folks.
Yeah, that's absolutely definitively true.
The essence of all of Hendrix's guitar tone.
It all is actually about the Mythos High Road fuzz.
Yeah.
And so he was actually on the ground. That's super disrespectful. Sorry, James. But yeah, so that was the second thing that we did together.
Cool.
Yeah. Should we plug in the Mjolnirs?
Yeah.
It'd be cool let's do the first one. Let's do the small box one and then dial in a sound we like and then dial in the same sound on the big box and see. Thank you. Back to our scheduled programming.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This is just where the knobs were set. Sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, this I think has a small amount more output.
Could just be the knob placement too. Like, it's going to be, even though they're both at noon, there's going to be some.
There's going to be discrepancies. Yeah, for sure.
This sounds like there's more low end in it to me.
It does, but this has a little bit more. This is the most guitar-y shit that you're ever going to hear. But it's like this one has a tiny bit more like chewiness, especially on the attack. Like I do prefer the way this one feels to that one. But I mean, they're so close. Like it's.
Would you say it's a little more scrungy?
I would say it's a little more scrungy and slightly more toasty.
Yeah.
It's got like a little more crust on it.
Yeah.
Slightly more
robust.
Caramelized.
Robust.
The Maillard effect.
Can I try it?
Losers.
What in the comment section, what's your favorite terrible guitar word that people use? Mine is scrungy. I don't have any idea what the hell it means. I just have heard people go, oh, that sounds scrungy.
Dude, I know exactly what that means.
Do you?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't put it into words other than scrungy.
Okay, I understand exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a touch thing that actually, when I'm sitting in this chair, I can't hear it the way that you can when you're playing it.
Yeah. It's tighter. Like everything, it's faster and it's tighter.
Yeah.
So like. That sounds great and it feels really good, but. Almost like it's more immediate.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Zach, help.
Science!
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's that there's more fuel going to the flux capacitor, obviously.
It's the NOS germanium Russian diodes.
People.
There's Russian people inside? I don't think so. And if there is, we have a big problem. So maybe that's why the box is so much bigger now.
Yeah. You fit a whole person in there.
There's real bits of Russian goodness inside. Yeah, we're going off the rails.
If anybody is Russian.
Yeah.
About that.
We did mean to offend. Yeah. That was our entire intention.
As
constantly.
Revv's HR department, no, we did not. I will be having words with our employee later.
Luke, why did you do that? Yeah, I like that a lot. Can you turn your reverb down just a little bit for me? Like half it? Yeah. Yeah. And I purposely chose this guitar to try with it because this is a prototype guitar from friends of mine in Europe that'll be out by the time you guys see this. But we're always playing like very like bluesy type guitars, and I wanted to see
because we've got the blues.
Yeah, I mean I don't, but
that's right.
Yeah, but you do. Sad Joe.
I'm so sad, yeah.
Sad and tired Joe.
So tired.
But no, I wanted to see how it was going to react with something that was completely different than what we normally do. So in case anybody's like, why are you playing a metal guitar? But man, it sounds fantastic. Like it's, yeah.
I often would set them like.
Oh yeah. Let me give it back to you. And let's hear that. And I'm going to dial this similar to what you have there.
Okay. I'm gonna take this capo off because it's. I gotta change my strings.
Cool. Ready?
Yeah.
Go, and I'm gonna.
To be honest, I don't know why I would usually set it like that because it sounded better before. But that's used to be the thing that I would do with my sort of Klons, is a bit of a dark boost.
Yeah.
But
sounds good.
It does sound good. Yeah. I am missing the clarity a little bit. But as I'm getting older, I am learning to love more top end. I mean, I don't think it's just because I've been playing music for 25 years and I'm losing my hearing, but I actually I appreciate brighter guitar sounds.
Yeah.
And when I even listened to like mixes that I did a long time ago, and you could hear how afraid I was of top end.
Right.
Because it's a delicate thing, but I'm definitely looking for more clarity these days.
I would say I'm the same, even though I don't play music for a living. I was just at the Woodshed Guitar thing last weekend. So now you guys know when we were filming this. But they had like, I don't know, 6 or 7 players up for the jam thing every night.
Yeah.
And it was like Paul Gilbert, Trey Hensley, Andy Wood. I'm sorry, I don't remember your last name, but a guy named Noel that was unbelievably good.
Cool.
And then Dan Huff, Mark Lettieri, and Ben Eller. And sorry if I missed anybody. But each one of those players had their own sounds, right?
Yeah.
And what I found interesting is the tones that I liked the most were all the brightest sounding tones.
Right.
So there's a couple of the guys that, like Andy's guitar tone, really great, but Dan Huff soloed right after him, and Dan's was so much brighter. Like not piercing bright, but just like it cut through so unbelievably well, where Andy's tone was a little darker. So it's real. I mean, Andy's phenomenal.
Yeah,
so,
he's scary good. Yeah.
Yeah, like you listen to not just like the ability of what he plays, but how he phrases things, and it just sounds killer. But then you hear Dan go right after him, and you're just like, oh, like that sounds so much clearer than what Andy sounded like.
Yeah.
Then Lettieri went, and Lettieri was even clearer than Dan. And I was like, man, this all sounds like, so I got all that to say, I'm kind of in the same boat as you, that like the things that cut.
And there's always like, there's like the old guy at a blues jam who's like got the treble dial.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm talking about.
No.
Yeah. It's like the clarity that I'm becoming more. I mean, and I used to gravitate away from it, especially because playing slide, there's a lot of extra noise, and then we added to that because I like brass. They can also be more noisy, or noisier, depending on however you want to say it. Mm-hmm. So I would often dial back my treble to sort of cut down on some of the slide noise, but.
Yeah.
Just like I play slide guitar, sometimes noisy, get over it.
My observation on these, if I can like put a
Please.
like cherry on the cake. Not trying to be disparaging to modelers, but in the same way that you can hear a profile of an amplifier and it sounds exactly like an amplifier, but unless you play it, you're not actually going to notice the difference.
Yeah.
Because audibly, you're not going to notice that difference. Yeah. That's the difference between these two pedals. Audibly, you can make them sound exactly the same.
Yeah.
But there's definitely
there's a change in feel.
There's a change in feel, and it's better. It feels more comfortable to play. Everything feels better on this newer one.
The big one, yeah.
Yeah. So nice work, Zach.
Both of them sound fantastic, but yeah, there's a marked improvement. I started messing around with a modeler, and it's unbelievable
Yeah.
It is unbelievable. But the place where it immediately becomes clear to me is the second you roll back your volume.
Right. The
It just
dynamics
does
the
not
same.
behave.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the way up,
Yep.
indiscernible. Like couldn't tell the difference. If you blindfolded me, feel everything was great.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. But right away, as soon as I backed off the volume knob, I was like, I can't use this live.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't checked out Mythos Pedals, definitely check them out.
Yeah.
Zach's a great dude.
Great
Does some
people.
cool stuff. I really like he did like a Ghostbusters pedal. Like he's done some I know he's a Ghostbusters nut. So like cool stuff. So check him out. And it's great to support local builders. And I honestly did not know that version of it was your signature until we started this morning.
That's funny.
I thought it was just this one, and I thought that was just the new stock version. So so shameless plugs for Joe unintentionally, but check out those pedals if you're into the Klon type thing or Fuzz face thing. So.
Yeah, and we just announced some tour dates.
Yeah.
If you go to thebrothrslandreth.com/shows, you can find our current tour schedule, and we will have the big box Mjolnirs and high road Fuzzes. So if you want to pick some up, you can grab some at a show at the merch table, or you can go to, I think,
Pedals.com.
mythospedals.com.
The Google machine will find it.
Yeah. But yeah. And if you don't see your town on our tour listing, hang tight. There'll be more announcements later this year.
Very cool.
Or early next year. I don't know. Yeah.
Down the road.
Down the road. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
We'll catch you next time on The Golden Age of Gear.
Cheers.